What is this? This is the second part of rigging this dude. So I'll put myself in turbo mode and see how much I can rig this dude. I wish I could finish all of this in one day, but it's not going to happen right now. Let's do as much as I can. What else? What is the most important thing? Let's go all the way with the face. So, eye, eye cutter, mouth, teeth, line, 01, 02. Cause I'm losing my mind. Papa Roach, guys. So I can stay myself awake. Okay, so I create a layer for each one of the parts of the head. Pap, eye, teeth, mouth, eye, teeth, line. So I'm going to put the eye and the eye cutter here. I'm going to put all of this in one composite, create a peg for each one of this, put a bigger composite on this that I'll call eye master peg. I'll create another composite that I'll call this face MP, and this face MP will, I'll put it here and then here in the mouth and the teeth line. I'll create a master peg for the teeth line. I'll call this teeth MP. All caps. All caps. The inspiration for this short film are two songs: Jesus of Suburbia from Green Day and Last Resort, Papa Roach. And also Perfect from Simple Plan. I think those punk vibes are the main things that I want to achieve for this short film. And if you see like the design mood boards that I have, it's a screenshots of those three music videos. Amazing. Okay, face. So this mouth thing will be connected here to the face. And let's cook. Let's cook. So I'll come here to the clean and I'll copy and paste this eye here on the line art and on the color art. Get my television fix. So I'll put this poop here. The eye. This should be a little bit. I was I was uploading one video on YouTube right now, and I designed this thumbnail with this baby thumbnail on my hands, and I put some random colors using the base colors of the AirFryer, and I really like the colors that I use there, and I'm like, oh shoot, actually I can use those colors on my character design. So while designing a thumbnail for YouTube, I end up designing the colors for this dude. Okay, I have to come here again, select the mouth, copy paste, put it here, teeth line 02, and teeth line and teeth line 01, black. I will make this line a little bit bigger, and then I'll cut this line to be inside of the inside of the mouth. And I'm going to show you some a trick that I do to grab those things faster, because sometimes when we're animating, it takes a bit of time to go directly and select exactly that line without selecting other things around. You'll see the trick. I'll add more points here around the mouth. Awesome. Back up. And now, mouth. I need line art. And I need color art. Awesome. And now, I'll connect this here, and these two teeth will be connected here between both. Get out of here, get out of here. And these teeth will be only revealed on the color art of this dude. It's always the same. It's just the same. Where is this light? I'll put it here in the line. So look, I'll put a contour color around, so I can just select a little bit closer to this, and I'll be able to grab that. That's the trick. I'll go here, I'll come here, underlay, come here, and then I'll select these and paint around this line black. and then put the pivot point here in the center. Also should be on the center, I think. Yes. I don't know if I'll need a deformer there. I'll put it anyways, just in case. Because I'd rather put it and never use it than don't have one and have to update the rig again in the middle of the short film. Awesome. I think I can duplicate this. No, it's duplicate. No, 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 because I didn't clone this. Let's not be lazy. It's just 2 clicks, 3 clicks. There you go. That's it. Display. There you go. Perfect, perfect. Like the master peg of this. And the mouth, I'll put it here. And the mouth, I'll put it here. Now I need a deformation for this mouth. Display tree. And then I will. Oh, I noticed that every time that I work here on top, you don't see it because I'm here. I'm there. So imagine that. So let's come here. Let's put this point here. Let's put this. No, you know what? I'll need more points. Because sometimes I'm making a disgust face, which is this part of the upper lip down and these 2 corners of the lip up. So it's needed. Here and in the middle. Here goes like that. Here goes like this. So the thing is, like, I'm always using the envelope mode, which is this tool that I selected here. That is the only thing that I'm using every time that I put deformers. No, 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 wait. There you go. Awesome. That's it. That's a mouth. And I'll make sure all of this goes from drawing to parented peg. This goes from drawing to parented peg, and this goes from drawing to parented peg. So every time that I move these drawings with the pegs, the deformers follow those things and don't fall behind. Amazing. I hope that's true. There you go. So the eye, the eye, the eye, the eye, the eye. Okay, the eye. I'll put it here, the pivot point. So if I want to squash and stretch this, I'll do so here. The eye cutter. Do I need a deformation for a deformer? Nah. Eye cutter. This is like an eyebrow. I have to treat this like an eyebrow. So I'll create a rectangle here. Squarish rectangle. I will put more points around so the moment of deforming this shape, it will not break or give me weird stuff around, which sometimes happen. I don't want to risk that right now. Awesome. So let's go here. The eye will be gutted by this underlay layer. By the underlay layer of this. I'll put this UL so it's shorter. Fuck. There you go, UL. So this will be in the U. Do I need these other lines? No, but I'll keep it. I'll keep that thing there for a second just to create a deformer around that square shape. 3 points here. 2 points here, just to have full control of this shape. Awesome. And then I'll put parented peg. The pivot point will be here. So see, it looks evil. Now the UL is cut in there, and here I'm only revealing the line art. And the line art will be cutted by this dude, line art, color art. Get out of here. LA. So this thing will be revealed only on the. It's supposed to be on the outer patch. Yeah, it's supposed to be on the outer patch. Outer patch. Huh? What? Wait, what I did on the shoe. So this is the eye. This is the eye cutter. I don't feel any shame. I wanna apologize. Okay, what is happening here? So the eye. Okay, get out of here. The UL. The UL. No. Wait. Where are you? I have line art and color art. Line art and color art. And I need this eye cutter to cut both. So this eye cutter will cut this. Awesome. And the line art of this line of this thing will be revealed only in the intersection of these things. Colored. I booked. Let's go to the shoe. What I did on the shoe. Dude, my brain stopped working. Okay, no. Let's come here back again. This line art should be revealed with this. Yes. Okay, my brain stopped working for a second. Now this thing should be 20. No, what the heck? This should be, which is the size of this eye? This is 8, and this is 8. Oh, it looks thinner. Quick solution. Tack, until it looks accurate. More. Tack. Yeah, it worked. Now, this thing is completely invisible out of here, so I'll create a visual pack for this. I cutter VP. I don't know if I'm talking too loud because I have the music at all volume here. I hope I am not. But there you go, black. I cutter, and then I'll use these things here and color this thing like this, and then cut this like this. Yes, there you go. So if I select this, I'll move. If I select this, I move this eye cutter, so I can move this up or down. Okay, I'll put this a little bit over there, and then I will. And I'm using the same shapes. For example, on Ramon, on the rig of Ramon, I'm using the same shape for the eyelid, so it's easy to recognize through all my rigs, and the animators will have an easy time getting used to each of the rigs. I'll share the same for pivot point. What coordinates will be these numbers from here to here? Black. Awesome. I have the eye. I also said here on the construction and planning that I'm going to have two more layers. One layer that goes inside of the eye and that represents like the contour line, and another layer that goes on top that is like a reflection thing. Okay, so I'll put like inside eye, and this inside eye will be in between the line art and color art of here, and then this also will be only revealed inside of the color art of the eye, and this will have a peg that will be controlled by this, and essentially it's this exact same thing, but maybe with a darker red color here, black, and I'll make this smaller, or I'll just move side to side, and maybe I can make this line a little bit thinner. And if I take this and I share the same pivot point information here and here, so it doesn't is like a mess when selecting everything. And I can move this. Look, whoop, whoop. So now that I'm seeing this, I think like this eye should be darker, and this eye over here should be lighter. You see, and this is something that I didn't realize here. That's why we all have to keep moving forward, because we are going to find all of these discoveries, all of these things as we move forward with the project. Awesome. Now, on top of this, I need this same layer. Nodes, duplicate select layers, and now we'll call this like eye reflection. Eye reflection. And then eye reflection P. I'll connect with this one, and this will be also maybe on top. Yeah, but this time this will have this reddish color, but with another variation. This red, come on, get out of here. Well, this red will have some transparency. So if I move this inside of the eye, so if I move this inside, I didn't assign the color. If I move this inside of the eye, it'll keep we'll have like this transparent red color here still. You see, that looks like a glass or something, so we don't have like a super black line in the middle. There are many ways to do this. Like I could actually just paint that inside line with a lower tone of red, and that will be the same thing. But I don't. Maybe I can just also break this and create a new drawing that is like this. Pack. And if I need this type of eye reflection, I'll draw it. I'll draw it there, and then I'll grab another color here and poof. See? No. Okay. This thing actually, I can also make this thing to be revealed only inside of the eye. Yeah, that is better. And for example, here I don't need this. I don't need this. I can just lower the oopsie. That one is not the correct one. I can lower the opacity of this, and now I will have that eye reflection. Now another thing. There is also a frame in which I have like the dog when the Chihuahua. Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! When the Chihuahua gets inside of the eye of this dude. Bam 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 bam. This is like a broken glass here in the eye. Bam 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 bam. Something like that. I will create a better shape later, and then I can just paint around this stack. And it's always useful to have those extra layers there. There you go. That's the broken eye. And I can add depth here. See? What? Amazing. Now I rig the eye of this dude. And I will turn this into this transparency, which is not affecting at all. Okay. So this is the eye. I will group all of this like this. Black. What is this thing that is connecting here? What is that? It's an auto patch. This dude, get out of here. Okay, eye cutter, nice. Eye cutter, awesome. Now I'll call this eye group. Eye group, and then I'll put this here. There you go. Ah! IMP. Insert, no, nodes, clone selected drawings. I put this here, black. I'll move this here, a peg here, and then I will black. Cheating a little bit here. Static transformation, bake. There you go, amazing. I have the eyes. What else? I'll put this in a backdrop. Eyes, and I'll make this red because the eyes are red. Mouth, I'll make this yellow because the mouth is yellow. Insert backdrop. Mouth. I'll connect these things here. This should be here. Why was... Get out of here. There you go. What is this? AirFryer. So I have the body, I have the legs. The body, I have the legs, I have the mouth, underpants, underpants, and arms. Underpants. Package. I'll put penny in Spanish, so you now learn how what's the name of that thing in Spanish. Poop. Poop. This will be underpants MP. There you go. Ah! Underpants. So now the thing about these underpants is that is Linkin Park now, guys. Now Linkin Park is on my ears. Now we have this. Then we put this white color. Oh, before putting the white color first. This is at 8 points. Yes. Add more points here. It would be cool if there will be like a tool to automatically click on these shapes and add those dots. Good, come on, blah, blah, blah. Awesome. So this thing, this underpants, will be revealed outer patch. I'm always trying with the outer patches. Also now the underpants should be in front. But also should be with the outer patch of the legs. Yes. It's cutting the line of my legs. So I have to put this underpants. Think. Or I can make this underpants to... Now I can cut this underpants with the line art of the legs. Yes. Yes! Amazing. Now, not only that, I also have to create a cutter. For this cutter should be on each leg, so it moves with the leg. So going back to the leg, I'll come here and it will be underpants cutter. And then this, I'll connect this outside of this thing. And then I'll connect this with the legs because I want this to move with the legs. And this will be something like a straight line. Well, it should be a rectangle actually, so I have more control over it. Come on, let's go back here. Oh, I never connected this thing. I'll put it here. 8. We can rotate this a bit. Okay. Actually, this shouldn't be too big. Yeah, something like that is okay. I will add here more points. Ah! Awesome. I'll move this to the line art and then I'll copy all of this here to the color art. I'll paint this. Think. Now, first of all, I only need this line. I'll save this in the underlay layer. I only need this line. Let's keep it like that. So I'll have this line on the line art. There you go. And the underlay layer, actually the line art should be here. And the underlay layer should be this thing that is connected here. Wait, where did I save that? Oh, wait. Ah, come here. You come here. And now I'm going to say like, where's the under? This is the underlay. This underlay layer will cut my underpants. Okay. No, this here. So I'll have to connect it here. Oof, it worked. It worked. Is this line overlapping outside of here? Yeah, no worries. No worries. No worries. Everything is under control. Everything is under control, I promise. I'll come inside of this. Display tree. And what I'm going to do is, actually here I'm going to increase the thickness here. And then I will put the display tree, yes. I'll reveal everything and I'll put a deformer. So I'll need 3 points here. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. And then I'll put here parented peg instead of drawing layer. Parented peg, awesome. And now I need this line art to be cutted by the, to only be revealed on the inside of the upper leg. So I mean on the color art of the upper leg. No. Out of patch. No. No, because this is my upper leg. This is my line art. This is my line art. And I need this line art to be revealed only on the upper leg color art. Why? Maybe I have to move this forward. Forward, forward, forward. No? What? Let me do another thing around so I can detach my brain from that for a second. Cutter. I have this. Now I will use this line art. Now I'll make this part thicker. Awesome. I'll figure out that thing later. It's not in my top of my mind right now how to fix that. Awesome. Awesome. Ah, what happened? Okay. No, where did I did all of that? Okay, perfect. Because I can just take. Wait. That was not. That is why it was not working. I was on the incorrect leg. So this is the leg that I was putting the cutter, but I was in this one. See? So that's why it was not cutting. So I can just. And now if I tell this like be revealed only by the leg, now it's working. There you see? Sometimes I mess up. Clone drawings only. This goes here, this comes here, this comes here, and this goes all the way around here to be the shit out of another node here. Awesome, beautiful. Now I have to polish this line. Get out of here, clean. Awesome. There you go. Beautiful. Now let's go with the underpants here. Underpants. I need like center line. Underpants center line. This is the underpants center line. Now, I wonder if I should make this thicker or keep it thin. I'll make it a little bit thicker than the thing that I have right now because I want this reference. Awesome. Who will fix me now? There you go. Save me from myself. Okay, and these will have the same color of this. So I can actually do something, the same trick that I did before. Just easily select this. Now underpants, line art, color art. Let's understand what I did here. Line art, color art, and all of this is being colored by this. I can create a composite here. Pack. Awesome. Now this will be in the middle between these two. And this will be cutted by this color art, revealed by this color art only. Something weird happens when I do these things. The line gets thinner, but I can just eyeball it and bring it back to the normal thickness. Awesome. What else? The penne. Oh, I need a deformer here and also here. Display tree. It's turbo mode. Turbo mode. Who will fix me now? There you go. Underpants. There you go. It's the same thing all over again, all over again. And this is the process. It's super nice that while I'm doing this short film, I'm already starting to think about the second part. Not only the second part, but also the next short film. I was talking with a mentor of mine today. Really nice conversation, and we were talking about comparing an animation career with a musician career, and I was like, dude, it's so unfair. So jealous that a musician can actually create a song every 2 months, like, and then create more and more and more. And he was like, but it's not entirely like that, because they have to promote that song. They have to sometimes do some tours around to promote that song. They have to work on that, on top of that song, to make it actually work, to sell. And before, they used to have to, they also have to go to make some gigs. These musicians have to sell CDs. So it's not like, yeah, 2 months is there and it's over. No, it's 2 months, and after you have to consider other type of marketing strategies to actually make that song work and so people can see it. I think that also plays into animation, of course, but it's not at the end like the work on that song is finished after those months. And that was a nice conversation that we were having, because I was just looking at one side of the things, only a one perspective. But no, there are many perspectives. Worst way. Okay, stop singing. In the worst way. Awesome. I'll brought this here like this. So the penny will have two pieces actually. So it's like the penny and the base. Actually, this is a handle. I shouldn't be too grotesque with this. Handle, handle, handle. Master peg. It's the handle, not supposed to be anything else. It's the handle. There you go. Black, black. Ever get too far? So, why am I wasting time? I can copy and paste what I did here. A little bit up so it doesn't create a tangent there. And then I'll color this with the color of the air fryer pack. And then I'll bring this forward. I'll create the other part of the handle when I go to, once I go to, I was on animation mode of, I'll create that other part once I go to the true color view. But I leave that that thing here so I remember that. Arms, arms, how much time do we have? Let's kill those arms super fast. Underpants. Okay, so this is the group of underpants. I will put all of this inside of a group. Black. Oh, too confusing. You know what? Let's keep it like that. Yeah, let's keep it like that. Black. Nodes. Insert backdrop. Under pants. Pink. And the handle will be insert backdrop. Handle. And I'll color this a little bit like greenish. Awesome. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Arms, 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 arms. All underpants. You know, legs should be closer to the underpants. To be honest, I already made a mess there. Okay, I should thought about it before. Now I don't care. Arm, hand, shoulder, base. Arm, hand, shoulder, base, this order. And then I'll create a composite, and then I'll create a peg on each one of this. And then I will create a hierarchy that goes like this. This connects to this, and this connects to this. And then I'll connect this to a base over here. Black. What is this? Nothing. Get out of here. Shoulders, and this will be like arms MP. I'll put all of this inside of a group. This is the arm composite. This is the arm group, arm G. And I'll connect all of this here. Black. Think, 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 think. Think, 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 think. I also need the inside 3 lines. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Arm. Wake me up when September ends. Okay, this goes here, this goes here. Now this, the size of this is something like this. Awesome. That is okay. I am thinking maybe I don't need a shoulder. No, 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 no. Let's make a test. You know what? I also need another type of arm, which I will just put. This is something that I learned from a video of Matt. What? Like just like a lot of points, like the farmers for smear frames. There are some frames in which I'm pushing the perspective of this dude, so I have to actually open this arm. That's a cool thing. Think, think, think. Okay, let's color this just to try this super fast. And then I'll come here, 3 points. Amazing. Now let's try this. If I move this like this is the thing that I want to avoid. This space, I wish this stays like there. like in a circular shape and doesn't move like this. So now that's where I figured out, like, what if I create a circle here, a circular shape here of the size of this thing, and then I create, and then I put like a 10, 15 size or something like that, just enough to hide this thing. Make this is super circular. Color this like this, and the inside of this circle is actually the same color of the arm. But here around this thing, on the underlay layer, I'm going to put this thing, and that thing, the underlay layer of this will cut the arm. Let's see if that works. Color art. Come on, come on. This arm will be cut. Let me see, 11. This arm will be cut by this underlay layer, and this will only have this. See? But in order to merge these two properly, I'll have to also create these two things here. Create a cutter here. It's like the same thing that I do for the arms and for the legs. I create an outer patch here. And create an outer patch here. Somewhere I belong. Okay, and then the other patch here. And the thing of this arm that cuts here is the underlay layer. Wait. The underlay layer of this cuts this arm. Not line art, but also the color art. And the line art of this, and okay, so the underlay of this cuts this, but also the line art of this is cut by the outer patch of this underlay, and this outer patch cuts the line art of this other dude, so it actually merges. Okay, color art comes here too. Yes. So I can always come here to the shoulder and just move the shoulder a bit if needed to match that and give that rounded base shape base. Yeah, I think it's going to work. I might just make this a little bit bigger. Where is that extra line there? Somewhere I belong. Okay, if I start going like crazy like that, it starts breaking. If I stay like this, it's not bothering that much. So another thing that I can do here is add deformers, so I can have more flexibility with this. There you go. And I just wanna be alone. To just go home. Yep. This will work. I just have to massage these things a bit to end up with clean shapes. But yeah, that's the base. What else? Okay, shoulder base. Where is the pivot point of this? Just to fail. Sorry, Papa Roach. Arm goes here. but you never realize. Awesome. And the hand. The hand. Okay, this hand. I just have to copy and paste. Back. Now, I put a curve thing here. Oh no, I don't need too many. Or I did. Do I need too many? Yeah, 3 is correct. I'll grab this point. Press G to look for this inside of this. I'll grab this tail of this curve. Keep putting like this. Now I will put a kinematic output here. I'll connect this to this and this to this. So if I move this point, the hand move with that point. See? So this dude can actually go like, why is this thing doing this thing here? Well, I don't have to. I don't have to go that crazy. Never, ever, 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 never, ever, ever, never, ever, ever, never, ever, ever. So I just hope it will not bother. Awesome, and the pivot point of this will be something like here. I'll put the head on top of all of this. Let's go, let's go. We are almost there. We're almost there. Um, center line, center line, 01, 02, 03. Composite. This have to be in the middle of the arm between my color art and my line art around here. Pop. And all of this will be gutted, will be revealed by the color art of the arm. And then I'll create a peg on each one of the. Hey, 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 hey. Okay. Boop, boop. And then I will put all of this in a center line MP. The center line MP will have like center line will have a BP, a handle, so I can quickly select all of this. Let's go. Let's create those lines. Let's come here. I'll copy and paste this. Something like that. Now, the color. Ah. Something like this is okay. And then I'll create 3 points on this. You know what? This should be a little bit smaller. I don't need it to be too long. I'll put the center line here. I'll put this like this. I'll create a display. There you go. And then I'll draw a line here, another one here, and another one here. Then I'll come to display here. Look amazing. Awesome, it's working. I'm thinking if I should add more points to this. I'll add just in case. And same for this. Just some points. So I have clean shapes. Yep, something like this. And then the only thing that I'll be doing is copying this here, moving this a bit towards this side, copying this other one here. Wait, am I copying it properly? Copy and paste. Oh, yeah, parented pig, and parented pig. Then I'll move this. I'll move this a bit closer to there. These people, dude, I start thinking like, if I move, I'll have to move each one of these independently. This will, can I connect this with the kinematic? Like, if I put a kinematic output to each one of this, no idea if what I'm thinking will work. Let's try some craziness. If I grab this point and I take it and I put it here, and I connect it here, and then I take this and I connect this to this line here. If I move this, it will move that? No, it didn't work. If I put a kinematic output there, oh, it actually worked. It worked. And if I put a deformation here, let's try this craziness. If I put this deformation here, parented peg, yes. Will it leave the deformer? Will this leave the deformer apart, or will it move it with this? Oof, it will move it with that. So I can use this same kinematic output from here to here. It moved. Kinematic output. Now if I move this point here, it will move both. Do I want this to do that? And now I'll keep this, yes. I think will be handy to have something like this. I'll take the risk. And anyways, I'll post this character before going to animation, so I'll see if all of these crazy ideas will actually be convenient for the animation. Awesome. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay. Awesome. So we have the arm here with each kinematic output there. What is this? Oh. So I was creating this to select all of these three at the same time, but I think I can't right now because I attached this to a kinematic output. So I'll leave that idea of having this for later. Oh, I cannot select the three at the same time. Okay, I'll take that risk. Oh, I didn't put a deformation here. I'll take that risk, I'll pause, and then I'll come back to this to see if it actually works or no. Because it will be such a waste of time to move the arm and also move these lines individually every time that I move the arms, and even if I'm twinning, that will cause a lot of issues. I'm not even sure if the way that I did it will work, but let's see. There you go, center line. We have the hand. We have the arm, RMP, the shoulder. Now we're going notes. Oh, before that, I'll create another arm. And on this other arm, I will create another deformer. And this deformer will work in the following way. will be something like parented peg. This deformer will be something like. Now, if I change that, the kinematic output over here will not longer work, right? That's another interesting thing. So I'll do something like this. I'll come like here. I'll come like this. Something is telling me like the kinematic output ID as of connecting each line with one of those will not be the best thing to do. So for the frames that this arm is towards camera, I can just do this and create this sense of perspective. Awesome. Hmm. Okay, I'll create another visual. I'll create a visual peg that I'll call arm VP, which is a handle that I'm going to use to select this thing individually, and I'll put a visibility node here, which I'm going to be like, hey, don't reveal this in the camera view. Yep, don't reveal this in the camera view. Then come this come here. No, let's turn this into a brush. Ah, what? Oh. There you go. Ah, there you go. Now I'm going to paint this like this. And if the animators would like to select the entire arm, they grab this. Um, Something like there. Awesome. Arm. Oh, I didn't paint this. This should be here and here. I'm going to, oopsie. I'll paint with this color. You know what? Let's paint with the lighter color. This is the darker, that's the white. Yep, something like that. Okay. Then I'll go back to this 1 point thing. I'm thinking if I will also need like the 2 point thing. And looking here at my storyboard, I don't feel like I need to. I don't feel like I need to. And I hope I don't. Awesome. So I have that arm there. I'm going to copy and paste this here just to save that straight arm pose. And then I will just start moving this to get to this pose of the cleanup. The arm is too long. The arm is too long. Okay. Nice. I can shrink that thing in that way. Then I can just spread this apart a bit more. Clean up. Stop bothering me. Where are you? Oh shit. Okay. That it worked. And then I'll just adjust this I'll leave it like that. I'll clean that later. You know what? I think the line art here should be thicker. Yes, that's it. There you go. It's working. Now, why do I have this line? There you go. Awesome. And then the next thing that I'm going to do is take this and come here to notes, clone selected drawings only, copy it here and flip to the other side, black. And then I'll put a static transformation and bake this. Awesome. And the arms, yeah, there is okay. What else? It's looking really good. Now, the colors of this dude should be a bit darker. I'll refine and decide the colors later. I'll play with that later. But yeah, that's the rig. That's the first part of the rig, and next I'll have to rotate the horns and start finding their perspective, and eventually just creating all of these poses with this crazy rig. That's it, and also adding the other four arms, so that'll be interesting. That'll be an interesting thing to do. Look, awesome. So that's it for today. See you next time. But wait, wait. I cannot do this. I have to. Bye bye. Boop.